Testing 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Good afternoon, Raider Nation. I want to welcome you to Red Raider Baseball from Red Raider Field. This is the final series for the Red Raiders during the 2019 baseball season. And what could be better than hosting 2 out of 3 games with the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets, quite possibly the greatest rivalry Bacon County has ever had in any sport. Definitely no love lost between these two teams. It's ironic. It's going to come down to who's going to win. Well, it could be who's going to win the region, and it's in our hands. I'll talk more about those scenarios in just a moment. But again, my name is Brent Johnson. I'm representing BCTV's Red Raider Broadcasting tonight. By myself, we just got through producing state tournament tennis. Our Lady Raiders hosted East Lawrence and defeated them today in advance of the second round. Next week, I understand they will travel to Berrien County most likely to face them in the second round. But congratulations to those young ladies. But I'll be here tonight on the camera. I'm going to have something special for you, a couple different angles that if you're already joining us now and can see the tight view here on home plate in the pitcher's mound. I'll be joggling back to the wide angle, giving you the field and the defensive plays of the night. Again, I want to thank you for joining us on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, but most importantly brought to you by BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting. I also want to thank our sponsors for the night and the whole season, and that is Andy Cawthon Auto Sales, Family Vision Care, and Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply. We're getting this thing started right now. Cooper Brown on the mound for the Red Raiders. And the first pitch of the game is popped up foul. Quickly 0-2 the count. On the score bug, I'll try to keep up with outs and innings and score. Not so much balls and strikes. I'll give that information to you as if we were on radio. Houston behind the plate. Kirkland at third. Smith at short. Michael at second. Elrod at first. Cooper Brown on the mound, I've already mentioned, another foul ball. Miles in right field. I'm sorry, Arnie Bennett is in right field. Strike 3. First batter, 1 out. That's the way to start it out. Wes Livingston in center field. And Adam Newberry in left field. Swing and a miss by number 7. I've been told all season. Now we're talking about the number 1 team in the state of Georgia in AA ball here by Max Prep and just about every other ranking system for Georgia. Raiders are another strike 2. Raiders are, I believe the number 6 in those statistics. You can throw all out the window, though, when these two teams come together. Well, a little high and tight there. Hope you enjoy this new view for this particular game. It's going to be a struggle for me. I got a switcher here to switch back in 2. Another swing and a miss, strike 3. Another great play or a great pitch by Cooper Brown. Raiders are 19-7 on the season. 11-4 in region play. Jeff Davis 21-2. Yes, 21-2, 14-1. If the Raiders can win just one game out of this series, we sum up or hem up the number 2 spot for the state playoffs. If we can sweep Jeff Davis, we will win the region. We'll steal it from them. If we can win 3 games in a row this week, that's tonight, tomorrow night, and Thursday. Tomorrow night's game was moved from Friday due to possible inclement weather on Friday. But the Raiders sweep, we're number 1. If we take 1 game or 2 games, we'll be number 2, which is good. We'll host next week in the first round of the state playoffs. But if we get swept, we will be relegated down to the 4 seed because of tiebreakers with Vidalia and Toombs County. Called a strike on that outside corner. Liberal strike zone there. 3 balls, 1 strike. Let's see if Coop can come back and get this young man. Batter number 3. This ball is pop foul. Got back to even full here. Colby Merchant. Swing and a miss, and he strikes the side out in the first inning. 3 up, 3 down. Cooper strikes the side out. I wonder if this might be the first game of the season he has done that, and what a team to do it against. Let's see if we can come out and score some runs here. Let's honor our sponsors. Be back in just a moment on the NFHS Network.
At Family Vision Care, we believe life is all about your vision. Family Vision Care is the leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Alma community, and we want to help you achieve and maintain a clear vision for years to come. Doctors James McQuaig and Blake Hutto and their staff provide award-winning eye care service for Southeast Georgia. With the newly constructed office filled with state-of-the-art equipment, they can diagnose and correct your vision with detailed accuracy. Visit www.fvcalma.com.
We are back. Red Raider baseball as we play host to the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets. A huge Region 2AA showdown. If you're just joining us on the NFHS Network, powered by Play On Sports, brought to you by BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting. Adam Newberry is going to lead the bottom of the first off as Cooper Brown struck the side out in the top of the first. Looking very impressive. No ball hit, even fouled, barely. It was just a couple balls fouled off. This young man takes the mound for Jeff Davis. Been told most of the season our Raiders have a little bit better bats than the Jackets, but they might have a little better pitching. But in recent days, that may have changed. The Red Raiders have been playing really good baseball the last couple of weeks. And this ball is hammered into left center. Could be trouble. But a nice sliding little catch there. And, again, I apologize. I've got to remember to swap back to my wide angle so you can see those defensive plays. A nice view, tightening up there for the pitcher-catcher combination and batter. Unique angle there for us this evening. But a base hit, a pop fly to the left field will bring Livingston to the plate. Ball just outside. 2 balls, no strikes. I'm sorry, this is Bennett Arney. I've messed him up a couple times in right field, and now batting second. I'm used to maybe West being at the top of the lineup. And we only have a handful of lefties on the team. One out here, bottom of the first. And this ball is going to be a base hit up the middle. Center fielder was playing a little in. Thought he may have gotten a jump on the ball, but it just kind of a lazy, I would call a lazy line drive there for a base hit. Way to put the bat on the ball. It's going to bring Houston. Just a junior. Big athletic kid. Looks like a fifth-year senior. Houston can spray the ball to all fields. Lots of power by this young man. There's a high and tight for ball one. Ball fouled back. Actually, that tight angle that I didn't move from, you was able to see that base hit. Again, I have to remember. I'm going to bring it out with a base runner on. I want to welcome those joining us from around the state, and I would expect and hope that there would be some watching this matchup of the number 1 team versus the number 6. This is Max Prep. Raiders 19-7. On the season, Jeff Davis 21-2. Cooper Brown is on deck. The ball low. And as before, I'm going to try. I'm a one-man show this evening. I'm going to try to keep up with innings and the score at least. Innings and the score. I'll keep you updated with the outs and balls and strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Excuse me, 2-2. This ball is hit down the left field line for a base hit. Makes the turn at second. Going to be head first slide. Pete Rose into third. A double by the big young man, Houston. Raiders in business with 1 out. Cooper Brown up to the plate. Runners in scoring position with Michael on deck. Going to get a courtesy runner. Now Nathan White's going to run for the big catcher, Houston. Cooper striking out the side in the top of the first has a chance to help himself out on the mound tonight. Big base hit here would be pretty sweet. Swing and a miss by Brown. Pop fly right back at us. One ball, 2 strikes. He reaches out for it. Ball gets through. It's going to be an error on the second baseman. 2 runs are going to score. Great coaching there by Coley, pushing the buttons there to get that second run in. 2-0 quickly with only 1 out. Cooper Brown stretches it to first. Mason Michael, southpaw, going to bat. He's a switch hitter, going to bat from that left side. Could see some small ball here. And Mason lifts it into center field. Should be a can of corn, and it is. 2 outs now. Runner at first. It's going to bring Livingston to the plate. Another lefty, senior.
Now coming to bat, number 20, Wes Livingston. On deck, number 14, Jake Elrod. Number 13, Drake Miles. Who you thinking about?
It's a long ball game. We'll have to grind it out or score a ton of runs here. Strike on that outside corner. Good location. A little off-speed pitch there to Wes. And he was running like a hit and run there with 2 strikes. I like that strategy. 2 outs. Something happens there. West gets the lead off the bottom of the second. Ball high. And that's the first ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Bottom of the first. 2-0. Your Red Raiders. He waited on this ball. It could be trouble, but it's drifting back to the left fielder, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out. Nonetheless, the Raiders tack on 2 as we head to top of the second. We're going to take another quick break on the NFHS Network, powered by Play On Sports. Be back.
Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales is located US 1 South in Alma, Georgia. Andy specializes in late model cars and trucks with financing available. Andy has been in the automobile business for 30 years and over 10 years in Alma. Come experience the hometown friendly service at Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Like them on Facebook for the latest deals.
Britt Metz is going to lead off, quarterback for the Jackets, shortstop, the baseball team here, and batting in the 4th spot. Strike on that outside corner. Cooper keeps pouring them in. Third base, fires over to first for the 1st out. Well, that's a plus for Jeff Davis. They didn't strike out. But that is the 4th straight out of the game. Number 11 is going to come to the plate. And this is Hamp Hayes on deck. Caleb Leggett. And he chops it the foul.
Number 11, Hal Hayes. On deck, number 4, Caleb Leggett.
Swing and a miss. He took a little something off that. What a great pitch. setting him up for another possible strikeout here. Low and away, ball 2. Excuse me, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the second. Ball's chopped to third. He snags it, fires to first, overthrows him. Runner dives in. It's not going to advance. Had more time, I believe, than he realized. Error, throwing error there for the Raiders. Hope they won't come back and bite us. 1 out, 1 on. Number 4 to the plate. Leggett and Cheney is on deck. Raiders lead 2-0 again here. Top of the second. And a pass ball. Runner would advance to second. You can't afford to give a good team opportunities. 2 in a row there with it's 2 errors. Now runners in scoring position. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Got a visit from the coach, maybe to settle him down just a little bit there. Again, I want to thank our 2018-19 athletic year sponsors, Cody Electric and Plumbing Supply, Family Vision Care, and Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Ball just a little low in the zone, I guess. 3 balls, no strikes. Looked like must have been low. It was a good-looking pitch. He's going to take his base. 2 on now for the Jackets. That's how quickly the tide can turn if you're not careful. Again, started off with an error. 1 out, 2 on. Cheney to the plate. Spell on deck. Good crowd. A peek out to the JD side. Even bigger crowd on the Bacon. This ball is hit sky high in the right field, but playable. Runner's tagging, and there's no way he's going to run on that arm. What a great arm by Arnie in right field. Arnie is a catcher, really, I wouldn't say a number 2 catcher. Him and Houston interchange. Nice out there. Raiders struggled defensively earlier and through the mid part of the season at times, but they cleaned some things up, hitting the ball hard, and pitching has always been solid, but they have improved as the season has continued. Two outs now with 2 on. Big out right here if we can get it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, this is a big batter here. Ball low. It's like Cooper. He needs to don't worry about that runner at second, and he needs to concentrate on this batter. And let's throw some strikes and let our defense do the work. It's like he's trying to place the ball. Deep breath, throw a strike. Just off the plate. I believe that's 3 balls and 1 strike. Ball inside, loaded for the Jackets with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Again, he looked like in the first inning he could not do anything wrong. But again, it's part of that's what happens. It's kind of snowballs, and it's not. Let me step back. I'm not talking bad on Cooper. I never throw one of these kids individually under the bus. But it's the game of baseball, and a lot of times any sport, you have one mistake, and then it sometimes can snowball on you. And just the added pressure of not wanting to allow them to score any runs. Got to clear your mind. And throw a strike. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs, top of the second. Bases loaded. And he hits the batter. They're going to get a freebie, 2-1. Right off the shoulder blade. That probably stung a bit.
Now coming to bat, number 9, Cade Ward. On deck, number 7, Garrison Miles.
Shadows are getting longer as the sun continues to go down. Great stop there by Houston. This ball is lifted into left field and caught by Newberry, and that's going to end the inning. Jeff Davis claims 1, 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the second. Be back in just a moment. Jake Elroy comes to the plate to lead off for the Red Raiders. Senior. 2-1. Jeff Davis cuts the lead in half at the top of the second. Ball's hit deep to the left field over his head. It's going to be a stand-up double for Elrod. Scouted him wrong on that particular at-bat. Ball carried very well. I'm looking for a flag. Ethan, the flag is dead still. No wind. Ball just carried a long ways. Trust me, I know the camera angle was off there a little bit. Runner at second. Jacob Smith at the plate. I'm sorry. We have a designated hitter, Drake Miles. I'll get my lineup right here in a minute. I guess before I saw his number. Both young men are tall and lanky, but I think Smith hits from the right side. Drake, a lot of speed. Ball. It was about 4 or 5 inches off the plate there. Another ball outside. Should have been ball 2. 1-2 the count. Runner at second. Swing and a miss. He's late. Strike 3 for the first out. Going to bring Kirkland to the plate.
Now batting number 7, Chase Kirkland. On deck, Adam Newberry.
More speed from Kirkland. A little wrinkle there for a strike. Good looking pitch. This ball was chopped to third. Runner's got to go back. It's going to be the second out of the inning. Newberry back to the plate, top of the lineup.
Now batting number 1, Adam Newberry. On deck, number 23, Bennett Arnold.
Nice pitch over the outside corner. Strike 1, 2 outs. Adam takes that pitch, fouls it off, an outside pitch, trying to go the other way. Ball is skied into center field. It's carrying 2. Goes back, gets underneath it, squeezes it for the third out of the inning. No harm, no foul. Raiders lead 1 after getting a big double there. But leave that one stranded. 2-1. We head to the top of the third. Be back in just a moment.
At Family Vision Care, we believe life is all about your vision. Family Vision Care is the leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Alma community, and we want to help you achieve and maintain a clear vision for years to come. Doctors James McQuaig and Blake Hutto and their staff provide award-winning eye care service for Southeast Georgia. With the newly constructed office filled with state-of-the-art equipment, they can diagnose and correct your vision with detailed accuracy. Visit www.fvcalma.com.
Top of the third. Cooper trying to find the zone again. This ball is hit into center field. And Wes Livingston, who I would argue that may be one of the best center fielders in the state in any classification. Young man plays defense very well. He can cover some ground, over the shoulder, diving, it doesn't matter. Hit to the shortstop, Smith. He fires over to first. Another high throw, but Elrod makes a great play there. The ball gets there in enough time for him to put the tag on. Brings Metz to the plate. Excuse me. Miles to the plate. Britt Miles. Again, if you're just joining us, a big Region 2AA matchup. Two state powerhouses. Number one in the state, Jeff Davis, defending state champions, and your Red Raiders ranked in the top 10 as well, vying for top seeds in the state tournament and for Region AA. If the Raiders, another ground ball should be a great stretch by the right-hander. Ends the inning 3 up, 3 down for the Raiders, just what the doctor ordered there. But the Raiders need to take at least one to guarantee a 2 seed starting next week, which would allow us to host in the first round. But if we can somehow sweep Jeff Davis, take all 3, we will be the region champs and grasp a hold of that number 1 seed, guaranteeing as long as we win two home series in the state tournament. We'll take another quick break. Be back in a moment.
Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales is located US 1 South in Alma, Georgia. Andy specializes in late model cars and trucks with financing available. Andy has been in the automobile business for 30 years and over 10 years in Alma. Come experience the hometown friendly service at Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Like them on Facebook for the latest deals.
Leading off the bottom of the third, Bennett Arney. 2-1. Still early. Strike on that outside corner. That's the liberal side for the umpire. It's about a ball off the plate. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes real quick here. Arnie with a base hit, his first at bat. That must have been a little high. Curve ball. Fights it off. 2 balls. Excuse me, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another ball foul. Ball low in the dirt. Again, the shadows this time of the evening kind of takes over and makes it a little more difficult to see. Big crowd here this evening. Standing room. Ball is right back up the middle for another base hit by Arnie. He's 2 for 2, the junior. Houston with a big double. His first at bat. Can of corn just on the apron. Swinging at the first pitch. Cooper Brown's going to come to the plate. Chance to help himself with a runner on base. These 2 schools were big rivals prior to 2004, but that's when it all culminated as your Red Raiders faced the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets, counties that literally touch each other, played for the state baseball championship. Your Raiders hosted and were able to beat Jeff Davis that year and win that state championship. Oh, what a great play by the third baseman. He's got a chance. Possible double play there, but unable to complete it. Good slide, safe slide there by the base runner. But the third baseman made a fantastic play by even stopping and snagging that ball. Going to be 2 outs now with runner at first. Mason Michael comes to the plate. Brady Cawthorn, courtesy runner. Freshman. That ball is just a little too far off the plate for him to call a strike. It's fine. I understand giving it maybe a ball off the plate, but that was 2.5 ball. That's 5 or 6 inches off the plate there. That's tough for a batter to try and hit. But I will say this: he's being consistent on that outside. That's the only advice I give to an umpire: either be consistently good or consistently bad. We don't want to don't be both in the same setting. Runner there, and he is going to be safe. Brady Cawthorn showing the wheels that he has always had. Jake, my son, played some ball with him way back in Little League, and He's a speedy little fella. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Raiders still lead 2-1. Red Raiders made their last run in 2017, make it to the Final Four along with Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets, and Jackets were able to advance. Rung him up, strike 3, low and inside. It's tough when you're looking for something outside way off the plate and then it comes back to you. Jeff Davis played in the finals that year and was defeated. And then they turned around last year and won the state championship. But we're going to be back in just a moment. Hamp Hayes to the plate for the Jackets, leading off the top of the fourth. Game moving along. Raiders still lead 2-1. One and one the count.